Hello, people. My name is Kali Boss. The only boss. Oh, wait, what else? Have you heard? Wait, do you know that Tap Send is live in Texas? Oh, you didn't know? We went to New York. Now we are live in Texas. So people in Texas and around, all you have to do is to download Tap Send. Yes, Tap Send has become the most unique, secure, and fast way of sending money across the world to your loved ones anywhere. Okay, so download Tap Send on Google Play Store or App Store, and when you're in Texas or around, you just have to put in the code TXGH. What did I say? TXGH, and you get $10 for your first transaction you make. Mahama media, Texas, you drew ho. Very soon we'll conquer everywhere. Download Tap Send now on Google Play and App Store. Tap Send. It's secure, convenient, easy, and fast.
Everybody check now. Check it. Check it. Check it. The beat is real. Don't wait, make it kill ya. Get your green select glucometer and check it. Sugar level, check it. Check it. Green select glucometer. Check it. Put sugar level for check it. Check it. Reselect glucometer. Everybody check now.
This advert has been vetted and approved by the FDA.
Before we will go to sleep today, as we wait to wake up tomorrow, every Ghanaian should say one prayer. And that prayer is to make sure our Black Stars would win tomorrow's match against the Egyptians. Now, whilst I was thinking about Ghanaians saying a prayer, I chanced on a video of a group of Ghanaians all the way in Ivory Coast. They were praying, clapping. I don't know if they are fasting, but I saw them praying, clapping, shouting, and doing everything that would give glory to our gallant Black Stars tomorrow in Ivory Coast. Then I ask, is prayer really the answer for this? Meanwhile, some people have said prayer answereth all things. In fact, if you go to Alpha R right now, I'm sure when he said this, in unison, the congregation will shout, Amen. Prayer answereth all things. Can prayer answer this for us tomorrow in Ivory Coast? People are still wailing. Some are pretending to be bold, but in them, fear has gripped them all. Richie, let's see those who are praying in Ivory Coast. Let's see them. Let's see those who are praying in Ivory Coast. And let's see what we can. So watch the video on the screen right now. These are a group of Ghanaians all the way in Ivory Coast who are bruskatain. And when I say someone is bruskatain, it simply means the person is praying. All in the name of looking for victory for our Black Stars. Well, will prayers do this? In the studio, in Team Dodo Solomon, he is a wannabe pastor, man of God at
for sure.
Something Solutions. What's the name of the church?
It's Solution and Herbal Church. Solution Center and Herbal Church.
Herbal Church.
Why are you laughing?
I like
This is
yeah, I like the name of it.
okay.
Solution
Center in Heba
It is the Heba that is making me laugh. Like, oh wow. So sometimes we can even believe in herbs in the church house.
Yes.
Physical
So
experience.
after praying for you, if you need Heba solution, you can also get it.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
So very soon, Chebo will be a man of God in
Sure.
Solutions
Center and Heba
Solution Center and Heba
Church. Yes.
You guys should be aware of that. Roland Amate is a Pentecost member. I'm not too sure about his spiritual status.
Oh, he was suspended. So he's no
For doing what?
for his hairstyle.
Why are you suspending me?
By force.
Yeah. Oh no, Pentecost. But you know, Pentecost people will not take this.
But
But you know, they won't take this.
lately I've been going and nothing happens.
Why they've suspended it before?
No,
Then they are corrupt
but
because they.
before
Uh-huh.
that was about 2-3 years ago.
You were cautioned about
Yes,
your hair.
yes.
Okay, so Roland Amate is still a church member at the Church of Pentecost, despite the caution and the almost suspicion. He is still there worshiping with the COP and digital Rasta there. I sorry not forget. He is at the other side. Richie Flex, I saw mention the number be echo.
Me papa is so phone.
I don't know why I was over but I papa. No, that's of Obeko. Me said the wheels. Going to mean try face Sunday. Obeko, all right.
But it's
That is what it is. And I don't know about you though. Do you also believe your prayers will do this for us? Or that is not a solution that we can get from prayers? It will be our first topic. Tap Send is also here with us here on Sammy Flex TV. 3 months squad, so we're going to be snappy with this so we can move on to other issues. Chabo, we'll pray through this. I'm saying that I am still also of the view that today whoever will be going to bed should pray for the Black Stars, but is prayer the solution?
If prayer can do this, then we are doing it wrong. I mean, we have a lot of pastors in this country, including my own pastor, Bishop Sam David. So if prayers can do it, they should be the one that they have to sponsor, so that they will go there and do proper prayers, not these people.
But Ghana, we've prayed for everything before. We've prayed for even the fallen city.
Yeah, and nothing happened. We are still praying. I mean, the city is still falling. So all the prayers didn't work. In fact, we have prayed for Akosomo Dam to be full before.
Okay.
It didn't work. We just needed money to solve the problem.
Okay.
Yes. So for me, prayers won't work. And if prayers will work, then we don't even need the players paying them this huge sums of money as appearance fee. We can. Some people will take less. I think Roland will even take half of what they are. In fact, quarter of what they are getting. And
free for
yes. and then just have a nice hotel to stay in. He will be okay to play for Black Stars. If prayers can do it, it means we can select anybody at all, and then we pray and they will win. It doesn't work like that. So this is a waste of time, and I maybe it's part of the package that they were given. As in, we have heard that they were given some money, an allowance, and I will not be surprised if they were told that you have to pray for Black Stars every morning. So they are just doing their duties. But for me, it will not help us.
Are there the people taking the 400 each?
Well, that's what we know. So, but by all means, some of them will get some of the money. Yeah, for sure. And that one there, it has happened before, so we know. So for me, I think prayers won't do anything. But well, if they believe in it and they will just want to go through the exercise, why not? Let them, allow them do what they think can help us. But for me, I think it will not do anything for us. We wish that Black Stars will do better. That's my wish. But if you want me to be objective, as I've said, it will be a miracle for them to even pass the group stages. But I wish that they will do better than even what I'm predicting. I mean, my prediction can be wrong. I can predict and it will not be the right prediction. I wish that will come true instead of us coming early, instead of my prediction coming true. But if you want me to be objective, that's what I would say. I think we can pass group stage, but I wish better for Black Stars. Yeah.
Okay, Ro, take over from there. How do you also see those who are praying for the Black Stars in Ivory Coast? How do you see it?
In school, my headmaster used to say something like, when you offend and he would want to punish you, and you say, oh, say I'm sorry, I won't do it again, or you apologize, he will accept your apology but still lash you. When you ask why, he will tell you that yes, God says don't go and fornicate. When you do and you contract HIV/AIDS and you pray for forgiveness, God will forgive you, but the HIV there, it will still be there. So you have to face the consequences of your action. What I'm trying to say is that the problem that is pending, that is causing everybody, that is putting everybody in distress, is there, and they are overlooking it.
Okay.
So because that particular problem has nothing to do with prayer, in fact, the solution of that problem has nothing to do with prayer.
How do you know it has got nothing to do with prayer?
Because people are supposed to do the right thing and they are not doing. So if you are not doing, no matter how, if you like, let the whole country gather on Akria Mountains and pray. If the right players that are even supposed to be selected are not selected, still you will come home during the group stage. If the people that are supposed to do their jobs well are not doing it, and they are doing whatever they are doing is to their benefit, no matter the prayers that you pray, it will not prevent somebody from taking $120,000 as appearance fee.
Okay.
It will not prevent somebody from taking $50,000 as sitting allowance. If you like, pray anyhow you want. For the people that are praying, well, you can't fault them or you can't hold them to it. It is what they believe and what they think is going to work.
Okay.
They have every right to do whatever they think, they believe that, so far as it is not infringing on anybody's rights,
they will do it.
They will do it. They should do it. In fact, somebody also decided to touch the coach and has landed himself in a big trouble.
Yeah.
That one is there.
The last time I checked, I hear the security at the hotel where the Black Stars are lodging has been beefed up. So now it's not easy for you to even go there
and touch someone,
to try to talk to anybody. Not to even talk about touching the person.
So you see, out of that, they did not pray. They could have gathered and prayed at the camp that nobody will get angry to that extent and come and touch somebody. But they decided, they saw the solution to the problem as beefing up the security, not prayers. So if we want to pray, yes, we have things that prayers can solve, according to me that you believe in prayers. But if you ask me, this is not one of them. This is not one of them, especially when the problem of whatever is happening is clear for everybody to see, and everybody is ignoring it, or so many people are ignoring it. No matter how hard you pray, how long you pray, how you pray, if you like somersault, the Budambares, bring your legs up, your hands down, never any obey. Still, if you lose, you lose. And in fact, if prayers in this particular tournament is what is going to save Ghana, and by this time, Israel would have been declared, your friend is saying, winners of the tournament, even than any other country. They would have been the highest trophy holders in the space. But because it is not what it is, but the play is on the ground, let's focus on the job ahead. The task ahead is you doing the right thing on the pitch, on the field of play, than you doing things. What is necessary off pitch is the training of the players, and their psyche. That is what is supposed to be the focus, not prayers. If not, if they think the prayers is what is going to get them out of the group stage, or is going to make them advance out of the group stage, then they should gather the players instead to pray. because they are the ones that are on the battlefield, not the supporters. The supporters, they no matter how.
Maybe you guys would want them to rest so that the rest of the people will pray.
No, Sammy, you think prayer is what is going to get the job done, and you that is going to do the job, you want to rest. Rest for what? Rest for what?
For the prayers to work.
No, rest for other things.
In fact, in the Bible, the kings that went to wars and won, when they are going for prayers, they don't leave the prayers for the priest too. They join in the prayers and the sacrifices. Meanwhile, they are the ones leading the war. So if we think that prayers is what is going to make us advance from the group stage, then we should let the players lead that particular charge. Because at the end of the day, they will be the ones on the field, not the supporters.
Okay.
So you are going to play the ball on the pitch now. No, when it is your turn to pray, me left hand. Man, far right. I know who say boy neighbor, man, that is saying what it is. You can pray the right prayer. You see, you can pray the right prayer, but the supporter will just pray any prayer, then it will just be like that. So, for the prayers there, we should just leave them, let them do their spiritual exercise or physical exercise as it seems
they want. Okay.
They should just do it. But the most important thing is for the players to deliver on the field of play. If they don't, let's.
You still think that despite the prayers and all, tomorrow they still won't be able to deliver?
Oh, me, I don't have high hopes. I don't have high hopes. I've been saying this from the start of the tournament, that people should limit their expectation. Like, people should limit their expectation. Limit it, bring it to 10%, 10%. You'll be fine.
Make it 5.
If you bring it to 10% and at the end of the day the result goes to 90 or 100, hallelujah, you'll be happy. But when you take your expectation to 90 or 100 and it drops to 2, like it did the other time, you get heart attack. You.
Well, that is just by the way. Of course, we are in the football season, so the best we can do is to make it a part of our discussion anytime it becomes necessary. Plus, tomorrow Ghana plays one of our very crucial matches in the AFCON, hoping to either win, a draw we don't even want to hear. In fact, we want to win hands down. That would really propel us to the next level. That is, if you are likely to win. In any unfortunate event that we are not able to win, then I'm sure violence
that will be the end of our
like that. That is just by the way. Let's move on to other businesses as well, and I would want us to look at something that Nana Banamoa said, and we have been looking at ways to discuss this all this while, but unfortunately it looks like time has been scamming us all the time. Today we have the time to do that discussion. There is a tweet that I would want to read from her, and I come back to ask my people, is she having a point? Unfortunately, Currency is not sitting here, but I know he would have been one of the great minds to help us on this particular story. Naba Namoa has been talking, and as she says, I don't understand how some talented musicians make such big hits and later release a pathetically sad, hard to understand storyline as a video for the hit track. Let me read it again. She says, I don't understand how some talented musicians make such big hits and later release a pathetically sad, hard to understand storyline as a video for the hit track. I'm sure she was really talking to someone, but as to who, I still don't get. And Abanama was talking to someone, like she was talking to someone who has released a recent video, someone who has a good song, but we could not agree on who. And this is an information that would be classified as well, so it will be hard for you to get it outright. Now, is she having a point or not? And maybe Roland will start this.
That's what I mean. she having a point, I would say she has concerns. But as to whether her point is valid, I would agree and disagree to some extent.
Okay.
Yes, on a surface level, sometimes we all have a certain direction or anticipation on how we want certain creative works to go. But unfortunately, because it is a creative piece, and in the creative space, things may not always be to the understanding of some people.
Okay.
And because almost all creative have a certain license to explore beyond even others' imaginations, sometimes we would have situations like she's pointing out.
Okay.
This is a very good observation. In fact, you were even talking about a certain recent video somebody has dropped. In fact, there are so many of them.
Oh yeah.
Both in our, if we want to list, there are so many of them in our country and even beyond, that people have had monster hits. If not even a monster hit, like a certain type of song or record that sometimes it is very easy sitting back to predict the direction of its video, of its visuals, but then it comes and it is on a whole different level. Sometimes it is able to dodge your expectations. Others is also able to even exceed what you're expecting. There are certain, a song like Goja Barracks, Book Back. The video is what gave the song, took the song to a different level.
Okay.
The whole helicopter scene and the storyline in the video and how they were able to even translate the things into visuals, the lyrics into visuals, is one that propelled the song to a different level. You understand? So in that instance, yes, people would know that okay, this storyline is talking about somebody who is in love with a girl and the parents are preventing whatever. There are so many ways you can bring this into visuals, but the angle in which they chose is what exceeded people's expectations, made them go like wow. Unfortunately, some piece, because it is coming from a different mind you, the visuals are being created not by the person who wrote the lyrics.
Okay.
So whatever realm, whatever situation, whatever mood that the person is seeing or was in that made the person create the lyrics, no matter how hard the director tried, the director can only assume or imagine that state and create something out of it. And because that person is also a creative person, sometimes he or she may get it directly on point or misfire. But it doesn't also negate the fact that the person has also created a masterpiece in that particular scene. Because when you go to creating a visuals in their own environment, he's created a masterpiece. But unfortunately, it wasn't a match to the lyrics that you are expecting, and that is your expectation. So for her observation, I wish some of the words that she used as sad and pathetic and all that would be eliminated, especially when you are a creative. Yes, you may not understand somebody's direction, but it doesn't make it less of a piece. You may not understand somebody's body of work, but it doesn't. That is why now they say there's nothing like a bad song.
Just give it to the people.
Just give it to the people.
They are going to fall in love.
You may not like it, but it doesn't mean that yes, you have every right to say, oh, because this element or that element is not in, I think it is substandard or whatever. But to write it off completely, since it is a creative piece, you don't have every right to do it, because to touch it in that particular manner. So some of the words that she used as sad and pathetic and all that, I wish would have been omitted in her observation. Other than that, her observation is very right. Sometimes as consumers, you tend to have certain expectations as to certain pieces, and you may not, it may not meet your expectation. It doesn't mean that it is baller. Because the sad and pathetic words that she used in her statement kind of demeans the work or the piece that whoever created did not meet her expectation. So yes, it is a creative piece. some may meet your expectation, some may not meet your expectation, but
Fact.
it doesn't mean
Fact.
that it is totally off or it is baller like or sad and pathetic like she's describing it.
Okay. All right, Chamo. So let's take it from your end.
For me, I think generally,
Do you have an idea who Nanaba Namwa might be talking to?
no, unfortunately not. Like nothing is coming to my head.
So
right
remember, was it last year or two when Black Coast issue came up
Yeah.
on his video, Kokuda
now. Traveler, yeah, the Kokuda traveler video, yeah.
And I want to believe she's talking about similar thing. Maybe not directly Black Coast, but
Yeah.
she's talking about something similar that might have happened to a song that he was enjoying.
Yeah.
And the person kills the film by introducing some video that, according to her, you might not even understand it.
Yeah, I think generally we all agree that some people can do a video and you can use the words that she is using to describe that video. Generally, we can all agree to that. And again, some people will come up or come out with a piece that you may not be happy with it, but a lot of people are loving it. So at that point, you not liking it will not matter. And I think that's where she missed it. People may be loving what is happening, but she's not. And she's using her personal or subjective view to say that it's not good enough. Because I said generally some pieces may not be good, and we can all agree that this one there it will not, because of that you cannot just negate what she's saying.
Okay.
But she made it so personal that it's like, be careful what you are saying, because some people will disagree with you. This is a creative piece, and you are subjectively analyzing it. So until we get a lot of people saying yes, we too, we don't like it, you cannot just say it like that. Okay. and then leave it. Yes, I remember the Kokuda traveler one. We were disagreeing with some of the scenes, and some people were also saying no, it's good and all that. I remember Nana Reagan was for it. Certain scenes, some of us were against certain scenes. We didn't see the need for some scenes to be there and all that. So that's creativity for you. Sometimes you disagree. Sometimes some people will say, yeah, this is perfect. Some people will also say no. And again, because it is the collaboration between the artists who did the song and then the videographer or whoever is in charge of video, you can't say it the way Nanaba said it. It's like the musician did a poor job. That's the impression that she's creating, but that's not the case.
Yeah.
I mean,
and many people, that's how
they see it. Yes. Yeah. But some musicians can do a good job in terms of how he wants to interpret the song visually. But the executioner or the videographer, the director, may not be able to do it to that perfection that the musician wants. Reverse is also sometimes true. The musicians may have way to go a certain way, but the director can do a better job than even the musician who did the song when it comes to interpreting it visually. Yes, that thing can also happen. So the factors are so much that you can only subjectively say your piece. Like she said, well, you can say that I'm disappointed with certain songs that I thought that they could do better with the video or something like. Say it in that way for people to say yes. I mean, sometimes they get it wrong, so we understand. But if you go like, why would they come out with this pathetic? The factors are so many. So, like, who should we blame here? Who is at the wrong? The song that you are saying, for all you know, the musician said the director should do whatever after watching after listening to the song. Yes, give you you put it something together and let's do it. Sometimes that's what happens. Sometimes some musicians will also give suggestions. The director will say no, this one there, but the musician will insist, let's put this in.
Yes, I know that happens.
Yeah, So that's why if she was giving a general statement, I will agree with her because it can happen. Or she was specific about one video, then we can all judge based on what we will also see. Yes, yes. But the way she said it, it's so subjective. I think yes, you are giving us an obvious statement, but we don't know to disagree or agree with you because both can happen. Like some songs are also not so hit like that, but the visuals is far ahead of even the audio.
Yeah,
that thing can also happen.
No, it happens.
Yes. So
some songs, you realize that the audio standard, listening to it does not come with much.
Really, yes.
But go watch the
video and
developing some interest. For that particular song.
Yes. So because of that, it's so general and so not specific that I don't even know to agree or disagree with her, because generally it can happen, but we can't use because it can happen to do any analysis or say anything. And again, generally some people can also do a good job that their audio cannot even match it. Okay. So such is the space. I mean, both can happen, so we should just take it like that.
Well, this is the story so far, and I know I have been waiting to discuss this some weeks ago. Finally, I have been able to get some intelligent opinions on this particular topic here on Sammy Flex TV, Showbiz Daily. Meanwhile, there is another thing disturbing the industry, according to some musicians. In fact, some people have also said the same thing that rapper and musician Cryme is saying. Now, I would want us to read the story, and I come back and ask whether indeed this is our problem in our industry. Now, Richie, let me read that story if it is ready. It says, expensive cost of data not enabling the fans to stream our songs. He's not only the first person or the only person saying this. Recently, who said it? Bulldog. Yes. Okay. Recently, Bulldog said it. And even more artists. More artists have been saying this. So when I came across, I said, well, let's put this on the table and discuss it passionately to see if indeed this is a problem. And of course, we have all been buying data, so we know what he's talking about. It says, expensive cost of data not enabling the fans to stream our songs, and Dr. Cryme is talking. Darlington Ajekum, famously known as Dr. Cryme, has bemoaned how the expensive cost of data is affecting their craft. According to the Menewa Kruna, although the fans are eager to stream their songs more, the expensive cost of data is preventing them. Talking to Amasan Kratch on Property FM, he stated, just like you said, in this part of the world, data is quite expensive, but the fans have love for us, so they wish to stream it. But they can't kill themselves by using all the money they have to buy data to stream our songs all the time. He disclosed, monitored by mynewsjames.com. When they buy data, they use it on social media like Facebook and others to at least see what is happening, to be well informed. He added that people nowadays are compelled to rather watch movies than stream songs with their data. Finish reading and we take it. He added that people nowadays are compelled to rather watch movies than stream songs with their data. And it says in the evening, some also use their data to watch movies, so they can't use all the data they buy to stream our songs alone. So we understand. It's okay. Let's end it there. Initially, I thought he said people don't have data at all
before
to be using to watch any other thing online. But in the submission, he comes forward to say that they don't listen to our music with their data, but they watch movies with their data.
Yeah.
In fact, like I keep saying, it is not. I don't want to discuss this topic only from the angle of Dr. Cryme.
Yeah.
Because I've heard several artists talking about this.
Yeah.
Okay, let's open inside.
So for me, yes, I think they are not getting something right, and that is we all agree that data is expensive in Ghana here. Buying data is really expensive. So now the question will be, when you have the data, what are you going to use it for? So it's not like people don't have the data. Yes, some people, it's expensive, but still they buy.
They buy it, yeah.
So when they buy it, what are they going to use it for? That's the question. And he explained it to him. They are using it for movies instead of streaming songs.
Yes.
So it will defeat the purpose that it's because people don't have data. That's why they are not listening to music. No, there is a competition here. Either the person will listen to your song or they will watch movie. And unfortunately for him, even according to how he is putting it, they are using it for movies instead of his songs. So it will defeat the argument that is because data in Ghana here is expensive. That's why people are not streaming or listening to his song. It will defeat that purpose. Yeah, generally speaking, data is expensive in Ghana here. In fact, me, for example, based on what I do, I buy more data. Yes, and my data cost is somebody's salary. That should tell you that yes, it's expensive.
Yeah,
it's really expensive in Ghana here to buy data. So that will definitely affect how people do their things online. I mean, when you watch the data, the analysis of what is happening online, the Ghanaians' activities online, you can clearly see the difference. But it is so interesting. Some people will come out and say that people watching your content, they are not in Ghana, they are outside, it's not Ghanaians watching. But the data is saying otherwise. Ghanaians are, when any data that I've checked so far, for Ghanaian content, Ghana as a country will be leading. But the difference is that they don't stay on for long. Like if you go deeper, then you see that okay, average duration for Ghanaians watching your content is like 5 minutes.
Okay.
But average duration of people outside, let's say in US, watching your content will be like 10, 11, 15 minutes. So if you compare the two, you get a lot of Ghanaians watching your content, all right, but they don't stay there for so long. Those outside stay there for long because the Ghanaian watching your content with the data will be measuring it. Mahacho 1 person see what do you yes, exactly, that's the difference. I mean, the Ghanaian content, Ghanaians watching your content will be on top, but because they don't watch for long, that's why you may, in terms of revenue, you may not get much from them because they are not staying online for that long. But they are more than any other ones. The only time that you can see, for those who say that those outside are watching more than the Ghanaians, is when you combine those outside. Like when you Ghanaians, like when you take the percentages, Ghanaians are watching, let's say 20%.
Okay.
UK 10%. USA 10%. So when you combine the two, UK, US, you will get 20%, which is more than Ghana alone. So when you combine the outsiders watching as against this Ghana, that's where you will get more people watching it from outside than Ghana. But when you pick it one country by one country, Ghana will still be leading. All the data that I have checked, Ghana will be leading. But when you combine all the countries, then it will be more than Ghana. So yes, you can safely say that people watching you from outside are more than Ghana, but not a specific country. You have to combine them, UK, US, Spain, whatever. You combine them, then you will be getting more viewers outside than Ghana.
Okay.
You get more. You
But
get
they combine
buying all the countries. Some are watching it from US, some are watching it from UK, some are watching it from Italy, some are watching it from Nigeria. So when you combine that, then it will be more than those watching it from Ghana.
alone.
Yes. But if you take it one by one, Ghana is always leading.
Oh,
All the data that I've checked.
I get it.
Yes.
I get it. I get it.
That's what it is. So I think some people get the information, but the way they put it
Interpret
out,
it.
yes, is the issue. Like the way Cryme is interpreting it, he's saying that people are not streaming his songs, but when you go deeper or when you push him to say more, then he's saying that they are using data to watch movies. So it's not like they don't have the data. They are choosing to watch movies with the data instead of streaming your
Because
song.
maybe they are getting more satisfaction.
Fashion from the movies,
than
not
listening
your
to your
song.
song.
Yes. So you better do something for them to come there. That's why we have, as I've said before, winner takes all thing.
Mentality.
So if there are hit song in the system, you have a good song, but now there is a hit song. So they will not use their data on your song. They will go for the hit song.
The hit song, yeah.
So the hit song will get huge numbers and you will be down there. They have decided to go for it because they don't have enough data to spread it. So I agree with him that yes, it is difficult to get the data, but they have chosen to use the data for something else, but not your song, unless you are the one on top. So when I will they will find the data to watch you.
Okay.
But later, because the data is so limited in our case, because it is expensive, they will choose to use it for other things instead of
coming
to listen to your song.
So it means that claim by a Ghanaian artist is not true.
It's not true. They are getting wrong interpretation. Let me say it this way. What they are saying generally, like data is expensive in Ghana, is
That
true.
one is fact.
Yes, it's true. But for those who even have it, they are not using it on them, not because the data is limited. It's because they are choosing it to do something else.
Okay.
That's the
something else to spend their data
on instead of their songs. Yes, because of that limited data. So they have the point, but the way they say it, they are saying it wrongly. He can say that because data is expensive, people don't stream it the way that they would do if data was a bit cheaper.
Okay.
But don't make it out like it's because some people can get data and they will still not stream your song. They don't like it. It is not what they want. So if they want your song,
Me and you go online, we know what we are.
We're going for.
We don't go there because
we want to get to any song. Yes, exactly. So that's where they get it wrong. But yes, it's expensive in data is expensive in Ghana, so obviously it will affect your numbers. But if you do your things right, or if people like your song, forget about data being expensive. The little that they can buy, they will use it on your streams.
Okay, thank you so much. Ru, still analyzing Cryme's statement that data is expensive in Ghana, therefore fans are not able to stream their songs. I hear he's coming out with a new album or a new project, something like that, and I'm sure that is why it has become necessary for him to talk about this. So there is a way that we can get a lasting solution.
Data being expensive, me, I think yes, it is expensive, but not only in Ghana. What I think is the major problem is the service.
The service.
The service, yes.
Okay,
it's the service, because you see, there are certain things.
So it is the service that is not making people stream the songs.
Maybe.
Okay.
No, I'm making a point. You see, there are certain.
No, you can make a point too, but don't derail.
No, I'm not. I wouldn't deviate from.
Because if you maintain that point as to why some people are not even buying the data, it really makes sense. Because some people buy it and like all the time, you guys have been crying. You buy the data. You want to stream something and it's not going.
That's what I'm saying. It is the service that most people complain about. When it comes to data being expensive, in fact, everybody understands data is expensive. So that one day, it is not. It's a non-starter. It is not even a conversation that we should even raise. Now, it is the service that I think is the problem.
Okay.
Elsewhere, you can buy data for, let's say, if you buy 100 gig. Until you are done with that particular 100 gig, it will still be there. But in our space, are we getting the same service? No. If you buy 100 gig, there is a time limit to it. When the time is due, whether you have used all the 100 gig or 20 or 30, the rest will go.
Okay, so if I may ask this, so when with this time limit, will you still use that data to stream the Cryme song, or you use it to do something else?
There.
Because that's the contention.
So I'm coming there now. The thing is that data is expensive, but yet people still have it. The service is poor, but still people still have the data. It is about satisfaction. The people that are complaining, the musicians that are complaining that because data is expensive, that is why people are not streaming their songs. They are just saying it out of assumption.
Okay.
Because in fact, when you even want to compare, based on even the Cryme's friends' submission, even if you want to compare, watching a video is more expensive than even listening to a song.
Yeah.
Watching a video is more expensive than streaming a song online.
You need more data to watch a video content than to listen to an audio content.
So if how expensive it is would determine how I consume it, then people shouldn't even watch movies at all. Then people should not even watch movies at all. I think it is the movie people that should rather be complaining, saying, oh, because data is expensive, they are not watching our movies, they are streaming songs. Not the musicians. Because if we are looking at data consumption in terms of things that you can purchase with your data online, music is one of the cheapest if we are talking about data consumption online.
Okay.
If you want to stream music compared to you watching a movie or watching a video online, if you release a song and you release a video, watching the video is more expensive than streaming the song online. Oh yes.
Yeah.
Watching the video on YouTube.
Not the data usage.
Exactly. Exactly. Then the musicians, I think the musicians shouldn't even complain if they want to say expensive data is the reason people are not streaming their songs. It is rather the movie people who should complain and say they are not watching more because data is expensive. That we would understand, because we know watching movies or watching videos online is more expensive than listening to music. And again, I want us to stop talking out of assumption, especially the people who are making this analogy.
Okay.
On what data, on what research are they making these particular statements? On what data? Like, on what are you using? What research based on? Are you basing on to say?
I'm sure one of the things they are using is the fact that now nobody will go anywhere to say I'm going to purchase a song, but they have to stream it online. But they also look at the kind of fans they have, and they check the statistics, what they are getting. They check their back end, and they think, I go to shows, thousands of people come, I put out a song, and I struggle to get thousands people to play.
It is a culture. It is a culture. Let me give you this example. When you go up north, I can tell you that about 90% of the youth have smartphones. But the likes of Makasio, Fancy Gadam, Riala, and the likes complain that they have low streaming on there in that jurisdiction, because that particular culture is not popular. It is about building a culture.
It's one of them, but not only the culture, even the familiarity with the technology is another thing.
That's what I'm saying. It is part of building. It is part of culture building. If you are not accustomed to how the thing is done, it will be very difficult for you to do some. So many people have smartphones, but do they have the culture of going on Snap in them? No. Some people have the Snap app on their phones, but as to some people, they are very accustomed to the Snap culture to the extent that give them any other app, they will not be satisfied. But left to Snap, they will sleep there always. Ebimusu there a TikTok, because they are accustomed to that culture. So if people are not streaming your songs, it is because still that culture is still limited in the space. I tell you, there are some people who still go to free download. It is that culture has been embedded in their heart of hearts, to the extent they still don't understand the streaming. They have iPhones, they have your friends and smartphones, yet they still don't understand the streaming bit. People have high sophisticated gadgets still. Nanka obi phone ade be mu obi no phone ubetimi the phone we am obi ade ade be yen wa ye meshe obi so betimi ekita phone yi 15 year okite obetimi ekita di obetimi di aye e picture obetwa. It is a culture and how you are able to understand it. So for data being expensive there, it is there, but is that really the cause of why people are not streaming songs online? No, because there is even the culture of free downloads which has still not been eliminated. So, or it is still not on the low.
Yeah.
So if this particular factor is still lingering in our space,
so the factors are many,
exactly,
including even payment system.
Exactly.
How people pay for it, I remember you wanted to upgrade. Look at the process that you so sometimes you just give up.
Yes.
And
so the factors are many.
Give up on that particular platform. The songs that usually you would have streamed on that platform would be low, because you won't even go there to go and stream.
Yes.
Rather, you would use that same data to go online and probably, if God permits or they are fortunate, you would watch their videos. And if they don't have videos, you move on to the next available thing that will give you satisfaction.
So the factors are many.
It
is so simple for him to say that data is expensive. That's why they are not streaming.
In fact, even if you want to categorize the factors, I don't think data being expensive would be among the primary factors.
Yeah.
I don't think data being expensive would be among the primary factors when you want to consider them like that. So data being expensive there, we all know. But is that the main reason, or even among the top three? I doubt. Me, I think even the service even comes before the data's expense. The service that we get. Because you can just purchase a data and you would want to even stream something before you realize buffering here and there. It will take the whole day for a 20 megabyte or a 30 megabyte thing to do, especially if the weather conditions and all that. And all these are part of the service that we get. And with that, it will even hinder certain people from getting their things watched or streamed. So they should limit that conversation of data is expensive. That is the reason why people are not streaming. No, it is even the least among the factors that is causing people not to stream songs.
Well, today Cryme and his people who have similar thoughts, this video is very necessary for you guys. Watch and identify the real problems instead of generalizing or thinking what the problems are. The factors are out for us all to see that indeed these are the issues. So let's see how it goes. Now, should we be worried on this particular story, or should we be worried about this particular story when Kojo Antwi says because of bad management of the National Theatre, he decided to move his concerts from the venue to another venue? Should we be worried, or we should consider it normal? Richie, let's see what the story says. It says Kojo Antwi reveals reasons behind his decision to stop hosting shows at the National Theatre. And the story reads, renowned musician Kojo Antwi has expressed strong dissatisfaction with the state of the National Theatre of Ghana, revealing the reasons behind his decision to stop hosting his annual 24th concert at the venue. In a recent interview with Onua TV, Kojo Antwi pointed to the poor maintenance culture and lack of adequate resources at the National Theatre, hindering its creative stage ideas. Describing the facility as falling short of a true theatre, Kojo Antwi emphasized the challenges faced by those managing the theatre. He explained, maintaining the place has become difficult for those who are handling the theatre, and as an artist, I don't belong to a hall. The artist elaborated on his decision, stating, as an artist, sometimes you become half full of a glass. Sometimes you get to the top of the glass, and sometimes when your ideas get wider, you outgrow the container. And I got to the point where I felt that the place wasn't helping me. I did so many avant-garde things, but an artist doesn't belong to a hall. I realized that the place wasn't helping me, so I had to move. And this is Kojo Antwi talking about the National Theatre. On the same platform, We've discussed how the National Theatre's management came under serious scrutiny when some people lambasted them for poor management. And within some minutes, within some few weeks, we saw that there was a facelift there. Some things were brought in there for the place to be usable. And as it stands now, I'm asking that, should this story make us worried? Should we be worried with this story, or we should see it as a normal thing? Ro, you have been doing more events. Let's go through this quickly.
Well, we can be worried. We can be worried. Generally, we can be worried for the inadequate of venues in the space. But because it is the National Theatre we are talking about, yes, we can also be worried to some extent, because we know management and maintenance culture is one of the huge problems we have in this country. So definitely we can be worried to some extent. However, some of the points that he also raised also gives me the vibe that at a point he also outgrown the place, which is also one of
the outgrowing the stage is not about the numbers. I'm sure it is about the aesthetics.
Exactly. That's it's all part of outgrowing the place. So there are certain places that, yes, depending on the equipment that you are even allowed to use in there, or that's the whole space can accommodate, would also determine whether you would want to use them or not. There are certain auditoriums you book and you have the stage there already. The only thing you probably need would be sound and maybe certain things that you would want to add for yourself.
Some few additional
yes things. There are certain auditoriums to you book and it is flat and in tuna, you have to bring chairs, everything in there. So yes, I understand. So if he wanted to move, or if he got the idea to move, I think it was a step in the right direction. I mean, you do something that will make business sense to you, and if the space is not yours and you are at liberty to apply in a different environment, why not? Because it is your business and you think it is going to make it is a very good business decision. I don't see anything wrong with it. The reason why I said earlier that we can be worried to some extent for the National Theatre is because this can also make them lose business to some extent. And when they lose, it is on the nation. When they gain, it is on the nation. So if we have musicians of Kojo caliber saying that, okay, because of A, B, C, D, we would not do our show in the National Theatre again, of course it is a loss to them, and generally it will be a loss to the nation indirectly or directly. So to that extent we can't be worried, and there should be a wake-up call, because it is not, they shouldn't see this as Kojo only outgrowing the place. In fact, the National Theatre has been there for a long time. It shouldn't be, I always, when I go there, I always have this crazy idea of they even renovating the place to the extent that they can even add certain things that were not initially built with the theater in there. There are certain things that I wish they could upgrade even to a certain level. Even some of the technological advancements that can even come into the space, so that it wouldn't be, oh, this space was built in like round, and it will be round forever and ever for generations to come. There wouldn't be any generation that would say, yes, even though it was built round, this generation, we know this round thing doesn't suit us. It's not helping us to advance. Why don't we add A, B, C, D to it to also enhance the things that we do there? These are things that they can also adopt and not leave it as it was built from the Adam ages. That's what I mean. So some of these commentaries should be a wake-up call for the National Theatre and its management to know that it's not only about renovation. It is not only about giving the place a little facelift when people come to complain, and that's all. But it should also come with certain things that you can also add to advance the things that, or the experience that people would get when they want to patronize the place. Because now auditoriums are moving from just giving the space to people to the things that you can also add to it. When you go to these churches that are building on the new auditoriums, go and see the kind of auditoriums they are building. The oil domes and the wine domes. People are building auditoriums, and you know that even the National Theatre doesn't come close. So yes, let's advance. even if it means pausing for a while. The museum and the Nkrumah Park and all these, the National Museum and all these places were once halted, renovated and advanced, and now it is serving a good purpose. Okay. Even if it means they pausing their services for a while in order to give the place a proper facelift, that will help everybody than always getting some of these complaints.
Well, coming from Kojo Antwi means a lot to me as well, because he is one of our poster images when it comes to our music, and he has been performing not only here in Ghana but around the world, so he's seen different tastes and he would want to do something like that. Now, if there is any young man looking up to be performing at the National Theatre, and obviously the person comes across this story, what it simply means is that he's not going to use the National Theatre as an option. That is why at a point I became alarmed that should we be worried that such stories are being projected, and National Theatre, even if an artist from abroad would want to come and do shows here and some of these things come up, what would they mean to our industry? Chamo would also add his voice to it.
Yeah, for me, we shouldn't be worried, because the reasons for him moving out is not because of poor service coming directly from National Theatre. It's more about what he can do with the place, how he can change things. So if that's the case, then we shouldn't be worried. It's about his progress and how he wants to handle things. Yes, but if we hear more people complaining about the service that they are getting there, or why they can't do more because of the place is too small for them, or they can't do it the way that will make business sense for them, then we should be worried. But I think the Kojo Antwi case is about him doing more than what he used to do. And I think he has used the place for a long time.
Okay.
So if he's now moving, just recently that he's talking about it, then we shouldn't be worried. It's about his plans and how he wants to do things now. That's the issue. But yes, we all know that National Theatre in general, they have some issues that they have to sort. Yes. In fact, if you have worked there before, like when you go behind the scenes there are a lot of things that they have to put in the right perspective or in the right shape. I mean, the dressing rooms, the changing rooms, it's really bad. Like there's nothing in there. Things that are supposed to be there are not there, and nobody is seeing to it that they are there to make them.
Nobody cares.
Nobody cares, and that is the danger of when people who are taking decisions, it doesn't affect them. Whether people come for the place or not, those who are working there, they will be paid. It's government property. So for me, I think they are not taking good care of it. In fact, if we have to take anything from what is happening, it's for us to advocate or advise the money people or people who have money to start doing their own theaters. National Theatre, it's been there for about 32 years now, since 1992. So yes, it's so long that there are some technologies there now which will be obsolete. I mean, we have improvement, better things, but you can't find it there. So people who wants to do more may not be in a position to do it because of the constraints that they will get if they choose to do their events at the National Theatre. So the best way for us now is to get investors to invest in modern theater kind of, modern facilities. I think that's the solution. But if a musician can't do more because of the place, this is what it is. It was done in 1992. So you can only deal with what is there. So we shouldn't be worried. If people who are going there think that they need a better space, yes, then we should be looking for something better and something modern. But National Theatre, as it is serving the purpose that it can serve. So if you are going there, know how you can use the place just to utilize what you want to do. But if we have to adjust things because of what you want to do, I don't think National Theatre is the best place. We should be looking for a modern facility to take care of modern things or things that are coming. If we try to renovate, as Roland is suggesting, I bet you it will be more expensive to renovate than to build a new modern facility. So me, I will not support that idea.
Are you saying it because people will chop money?
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean, we live in a country where people use more money to repair things that are naturally not even up to the main price of the thing.
If you were going for a new one, it will be cheaper than even renovating. So I will not support that idea just based on the fact that people will waste money on it. So I think we should be advocating for people building better facility for us to enjoy modern technology and having entertainment in any space. I think that's what we should be pushing for.
Okay, in wrapping up, I want us to look at this to wrap up. In Nigeria, when we have been thinking that at every point in time they are seeing more success in their showbiz industry more than ours, looks like their success is not even enough, because there are more and more going their direction. I came across a story of Don Jazzy's Mavins records being chased by more investors from outside of Nigeria. Then I said, they have made money already. They are still making more money. So why are they not coming to tap into the green area where there is virgin for them to enjoy? But I came across and I said, even they still are looking for more, then it means we might have to work extra harder to do the catch up. Let me read the story. So we do some 2 minutes brush up and run away from here. It says, Don Jazzy addresses rumors of sale of Mavin Records. So there are rumors that Don Jazzy is looking out to sell Mavin's records, and it says, music executive and CEO of Mavin Records, Michael Collins Ayeri, or is it Ajeri, popularly known as Don Jazzy, has finally addressed the rumors about the sale of the record label. In October 2023, Billboard reported that Mavin Records is seeking investment. And pay attention to that. Mavin Records is seeking investment or eyeing a potential full sale, with bidding coming from the Universal Music Group, hype and strong interest from music asset investors in the financial sector, according to sources. However, speaking to the latest episode of the Zero Conditions podcast, Don Jazzy insinuated that the label isn't seeking a sale, but being approached by investors. He explained that Mavin Records is lucrative and has a lot of potential, hence the patronage from foreign investors. Don Jazzy noted that Mavin has been in business with its current partner Kupanda Holdings for 5 years, and the holdings won't continue their partnership forever. He said, if the rumors about the sale of Mavin Records is simple, we have investors, Kupanda Holdings, and they have been here for 5 years now. So them gonna laughs, and he laughed. Obviously, a bunch of people are interested in investing in Mavin. If you have gold or diamonds, people will always patronize you, and Mavin Records has a lot of potential, and that is what Don Jazzy has responded with rumors that the record label is up for sale. Then I asked, they are making it already. They already have the money. Yet the green areas are still crying. The other day, I remember Shatawale made a post like that why are the big record labels not coming to Ghana? Why are the artists not getting investors or investment into their trade? And those who have already, those who are enjoying, Kupanda Holdings are here, they are in Kenya. And the last time I checked, they invested millions of dollars into the business of Mavins. Yet, there are still more chasing them. Why? They don't hear about Ghana. Oh, they don't hear. What they happen? What they happen, Jamo?
Yeah.
What they happen? They don't hear about us.
No, it's because they are not charity organizations. They will not come here just to help people build their careers or hope that they can make an investment that will yield results. No, they are already they are looking for those who have the resource, and then they want to take share of it. In fact, that should tell you that they are making it. That's why they are coming there. In fact, it will interest you to know that some people have approached Google before. They wanted to buy Google. Yeah, just think about it. Google makes trillions of cedis. Like when trillions of dollars. You see, Google is a huge company with huge profit. Somebody wants to buy. So you ask yourself, why? Why don't you start your own and let's see what happens? No, people don't like that. People want to associate with those who are winning. People will not come and hope that you will make it. That's why they. So sometimes it's so interesting when people want to make the investment and they say, "I want to help you." It's a wrong approach to even start. When the young musicians are coming up and then you get some investors saying, "Oh, I want to help you. You just sign this and that." No, it will not be a good deal. Me, I will advise against anybody who will come with money and say, "I want to help you." Don't go with them. It's either they don't know how to do business or they want to cheat you. That's the two things. They want to cheat you, so they will say, "I want to help you." You lose guard, they take your money. Or they don't know the business. They just really want to help you indeed, and they will waste the money. They will invest in anyhow. In fact, they will do promotion that will not help you. They will do things that will even bring your career down. In fact, it has happened here before. I think you were advising the new sensation, Safu Newman. So you were advising Safu Newman, and that's the thing. Some people will genuinely want to help, but they don't know the business. They don't know how to do it. So they will take decisions that will affect the kid. They can give him a room, a house. You stay here. They will give him a car, but they will not make any business decision that will push him to the next level. It will be like Madam they don't know the business. Yes, yes, because they want to affiliate with those who are succeeding. So they will not help your career. Or someone will come, "I want to help you to take this house, take this whatever. I am the one helping you." Then you agree. Then that guy, somebody will approach and say, "I want to give your guy $15,000. So let him sign everything up for me." Then the guy helping you will come and, "This is a good deal, take it. You will get 10,000, me I will get 5,000. And then they will sign a contract and you sign all your sweat off just like that. In perpetuity. Just like that. So in your head you thought that the guy was helping you. No. They were just trying to find a way to take whatever they take and leave you there. And that's what is happening. So for Mavins to get more people approaching them, it's simple. Those people are business people. Mavins are the ones winning now. When you put your money in there, you will get it back. The potential is huge. So people will come and offer even more. That sometimes they will go like, "Hey, so do we worth such an amount?" It will happen to them. So they have to decide that no, if you go with this guy, yes, we can make more, or no, these people, they may push us to a corner that you will not like. So this is an indication that they are doing it right. So they are not coming to Ghana because they are not charity organizations. Those who just invest because they want to help people. That's the kind of system that we have here. Honestly, like all the investors that we have in Ghana here, the main thing that they see from day one is that we want to help you. And we don't do that in any good business. That's why I think those who are approaching Shatawale and trying to give him huge money, they won't come and say that I want to help Shatawale. They won't. They want to do business with Shatawale. But a new artist who has nothing and there's only hope that you can make it out. Those are the people that they will go to and say, "I want to help you." Instead of saying, "I want to do business with you, I think you can blow." That's how we should approach things, and things will get better. But if we continue to just help people, we will be like this, and the money will still go to those who are winning. Because they are doing business, not charity.
I see. Okay. Ro, close the show for us in just about 2 minutes.
Chamo, you don't like it.
Support your
Oh, support.
That's I mean.
Yeah.
You see, in the Jazzy statement, there's one thing that really caught my mind. Said, Mavin Records is lucrative.
You see, if you have gold and diamond, people will patronize you.
Yes.
It's lucrative. You see, and when he says it is lucrative, he's not just saying it out of imaginations or assumptions. He has data to show. In our space, the data we don't have. So
they will even hide it.
So
you go show me now say my boka and the next year
yes.
I don't know boka no. Still there is
15 years. You never pass 15 years. You understand? So if by that an investor even listens to you, even in an interview like we are doing with Don Jazzy. Oh, how's your company? Oh, I've been doing it for the past 15 years. And have you made profit? No. And you think the person will just jump and come? An organization that has not made profit for the past 15 years. It will be difficult for you to get any proper investor to come. Then it means you are not doing things right. It's as simple as that. That is the understanding. You are not doing things right. There is some level in which when you run losses, it is understood. It is part of business running. But to some extent, no. And this is an industry that did not just start 2 years ago or 3 years ago. This industry has been here since Adam. In fact, the top people that have been pushing this industry goes as high as even the first gentleman of the land, which is even Cryme, when he started pushing this particular industry. So we can't sit here and say, oh, today 2024, are you making profit? Then we have our top people saying no. If it were to be some upcomers, then we would understand. But our top people are saying they are not making profit. How do we expect investors to run and come to our space? They won't. They would always find the places where the people are saying they are making profit. Oh, bring your money, you get it by 1.5. Bring your money, you get it times 2. Bring your money, you get it times 3. Why do you think Ponzi schemes are always being rushed by people? Because they are telling them they can double their money. That is why they are going. It's the same with business minds. You tell them, oh, put 1 CD here. By the end of after 2 hours, you get 1 CD 20 pesos, 1 CD 50 pesos. Give them data to show. They will do it. It's as simple as that. So yes, we can cry and cry and cry. You see, he said it is lucrative. That is the first point to catch any businessman's attention. It is lucrative. Now, when you approach him and you ask him for data, he will give you data. In fact, the partners that Mavin Records has in Africa would be I think they would be among the top 3 record labels who are more partners in Africa.
Yeah.
And it is not just because they want
to help.
Or maybe it is Don Jazzy. No, it is not because they are special. It is because they are doing good business. So if we also want investors trooping in like they are doing with other people, let's change our way of doing business.
Our modus operandi.
Let's change that. The help and the hope is okay. We have helped and we have hoped for a long time. Let's drop it and start reasoning. That one will help us.
Drop the yam.
And start reasoning.
Okay. Let's drop the yam. The yam is not bringing us any nutrients. Let's drop the yam and go for something new, something big, something that is right, that we can all make benefits from. Let me say on this note, we are still going to sleep. You wake up and it will be Thursday. And Thursday by 8 p.m. we are going for war. This war, prayers have been said already. So even if there is a role that prayers will play, let's allow the prayers to play those roles.
It has been said.
But the rest that are to be done, the people who matter, In fact, those who are in the helm of affairs at the Ghana Football Association and the Black Stars Management,
Football people,
all those people, please, please. So many people are seeing things you guys are not seeing. What? Like how? In fact, ordinary people with feeble football minds are seeing so many things clear. It's like a man of God who has seen a vision. People are seeing vision and who was off 1 hour your prophet no was immediately what is wrong with you?
Yes, that
no, it is not. You guys are not helping the situation. Please be active, be involved, and let's see what will happen. On this note, I say thank you to my squad for tonight. In Team Dodo Solomon, extreme end as Chemo. In the middle is Roland Amate. And of course, Digital Rasta did camera for us. He's also called Currency. Richie Flex is the editor director of the show. And you for spending your time with us. We really appreciate you. But we would appreciate more if you subscribe to us. You add your commentaries to the subjects so we can also consume some knowledge and information from you as well. My name is Sammy Flex. I'll surely see you when I see you, but let me hear you say, Ose Ghana. More Vim. We are out of here.
Ghana.